Battlefield 2042 is going to be delayed, and no one's surprised. Now, I'm a big Battlefield fan. I really hope it's a good game. But the more they stay silent about it, the worse it looks. The last we heard about it was months ago when they first announced the date and showed the initial gameplay trailer. And that was it. And then since then, they've started to attack their customers who are just like, when are we going to find out more? It's not been a good look. And for them, those customers to be proven right after Battlefield came after them is even worse. Now, I wouldn't normally mind a delay that much, but it's their attitude which has really rubbed me up the wrong way about it. So that's what we're going to look at today. It all started with Jeff Grubb, who said, "Welcome to delay season. More delays are coming this week." I'll add that I'm actually referring to a singular delay. So why he's talking about multiple delays, I have no idea. But here's this multiple single delay that he's talking about, and that made him really reliable. But then we had Tom Henderson, who also came out with the same thing. It's going to be delayed by weeks, not months. It conflicts with other rumors, but it's what he's heard. Late November 2021. He was accurate about this. The beta doesn't seem to be delayed. September 22nd is still the date. And he says still the date, like it's always been the date, like that's official. But Battlefield have never said this. They've never given us a beta date at all. And we're halfway through the month. They said it was going to be September. And then just didn't mention anything. So when we actually got to September and all the customers are like, you still haven't announced the date. CODS has been announced for ages. What are you doing? Is this okay? Is the game still on track? They gave us this meme. They said, announce the beta. I told you, it's coming in September. It's September now! September has 30 days! September. Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me when you then come out later and go, oh, we're actually delaying the game. Now it's going to be November the 19th. I mean, I know we did attack all of our fans that were going, is there anything wrong? But now we're delaying it anyway because stuff you. I mean, yes, you were right, and we knew you were right. There was absolutely no way when they posted this 2 weeks ago that they didn't know that the beta and everything else was going to be screwed up. There's no way that 2 weeks ago they didn't know whether they were going to hit it or not. I'm sure they were mega confident, and then just something horrible went wrong. I'm sure that was definitely it. It's certainly not that they knew all along and just decided to send the memes anyway because crapping on your customers seems to be popular nowadays. Look, I would love to give Battlefield the benefit of the doubt, but they're not giving me much stuff to go off here. And so I'm not surprised when the memes come around again. Communicate with us. We ain't got our stuff together. We'll get your stuff together. Well, whatever. November. Of course people are going to meme them, and they deserve it, because they acted like morons. Now, I like the game. But if this is the only thing you're giving your customers, then how am I supposed to like you as a company? How am I supposed to like your sort of media people? You're making it really difficult to like your game at this point. And let's not forget this little beauty from the 2nd of February, which was proud that Battlefield was way ahead of schedule. Way ahead of schedule. So it's a bit weird then when they're so far ahead of schedule that they then go and say, oh no, actually, we're actually really far behind and we really need it to be delayed because, don't you know, working from home, it just really slows everything down. Slowed you down so much you were way ahead of schedule, apparently. I mean, all I'm saying, you're giving us mixed messages, and that is a problem when you're barely giving us any messages at all. I don't mind if your game gets released. But you should tell us that when you know about it. You should tell us that as soon as you know about it. I don't believe that you only just found out today that you weren't going to make that time. I don't believe that you should be leaving it. Let's assume that the rumor's correct and the beta comes on September the 22nd. There's also apparently gameplay footage and gameplay opportunities for creators on Friday. That's coming from Tom Henderson again. So there's no way that this close to that, just a week out, if the rumors are true, you don't know whether that date is correct or not. You should know that. That should be finished. If your date for something is at September 22nd, it should be finished weeks before to make sure it's on time. You should have that stuff checked and locked down to make sure you're giving your customers the best experience. Everything shouldn't be pushed out to the last day. That's how I do my work. It's never gone well. It's not a good way to be. It's just how normal, lazy human beings are. It's not how a multi-billion-dollar corporation should act. You should be more professional than a guy in his front room. And so I know people are going to go, oh yeah, it's a delay, but actually the delay's really good. As you can see here, at least we'll have a finished game. See it as a W. Or you could just have a finished game at the correct time on their release date. You don't have to delay things to be finished. You could actually just meet the target and have it finished on time in the first place. That's how most people act. That's how every other industry in the world acts. Why can't this one? And if anyone goes, well, there's just problems we don't know about. There's just things you can't predict. Then don't give dates if you can't predict if you're going to meet them. I don't think this is difficult. It's just good customer service. And if you don't know if you're going to meet them, if you think you're going to miss, then tell your customers. Don't sit in silence for months after you've first announced it, saying absolutely nothing until the time is almost upon us. And then, oh, we've missed it after all. There's no reason that Battlefield had to be announced back that early. It could have been announced today. And then they could have had a marketing plan, marketing strategy, and content leading right up until the release, because it would have been over a shorter period of time. I don't know what the idea behind this really long roll-up is, but I don't actually think it's doing you any favors, and I think it's causing you a lot of problems. So how about this in the future? You've clearly learned from your marketing for Battlefield 2042 over Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. It's much improved now. It was just a big gap. Now, how about we look at this one and realize, if we can't meet our dates, we should probably be quiet. If we're not sure if we can release it, we probably shouldn't say anything in the first place. And actually, our marketing should be far more densely packed into a far smaller area when we're really sure we can make it. But for now, that's it from me. If you liked the video, press like and subscribe for more videos in the future. And let me know your thoughts of the Battlefield 2042 delay down below. But for now, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.